catching stories, pulling wisdom to share. Tarantulas crawl, but we stand tall, weaving wonders, breaking every wall. We're wonders, spinning tight, threads of laughter, threads of light, sharing knowledge, hearts ignite. Welcome home, you're in the spotlight. Hi, Joe.
What's going on?
Hi everybody. What is everybody up to? Wow, we have a full house tonight, Joe. You brought them tonight.
What's up? We brought them. It's a double dipping night tonight, folks.
Yep. Duval, of course, I had to double dip, but we're not gonna do that. Hi, Mitzi. I held the tarantula Mitzi the other day. I named one of my tarantulas Mitzi after her.
That's awesome. Mitzi's cool. Thank you, Mitzi, for showing up for like everybody's stuff.
Yeah, that's for you, Joe.
What's up? I love it. I love it. Always the camera.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look who's double dipping.
I heard of that guy. It's kind of weird. Watch out.
Uh-oh. I don't know. He takes some pretty cool stuff. So we'll see. Hi, Adrian. What's up, buddy? Oh, look who's in the house.
Sammy.
What's up, Sammy?
Sammy's best. Love him.
Yes. Of course, we have to do the double hearts and pink hands for Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we have everybody here so far. Wait, who is that? Do you know this guy?
Heard of him. Heard of him. Notorious.
Big Sean. What's up, buddy? Oh yeah. So Joe, hi. I don't think a lot of people know you. And for those who don't know you or haven't seen you, where could they find you, Joe?
You can come check me out on Instagram and Facebook right now. We're slowly starting to edge into the idea of TikTok and doing some stuff on YouTube. Jay Fisherman Photography. Hopefully now, this new little webcam we got here, little Insta 360, we're going to start doing some stuff with Kat and big homies and, you know, giving everybody like a kind of a feel at shows about what happens and do some interviews. And really what I want to do is start showing people kind of what happens behind the scenes, you know, the before shots, like, you know, as the tarantulas are crawling on the inside of the light box, as, you know, the monitors are running rampant in the studio, all over here for the folks that give you guys kind of a little tour of the studio here.
Okay, I'll blow you up.
Boot. So get the big fisheye webcam here. So kind of there's where the editing happens. As you can tell, we got a little jungle theme we're slowly building here.
That's awesome.
Studio table right there. And of course, where the real work gets done right there. So yeah, this is kind of a purpose-built room. This room has been a dream in the making, so to speak. Just because I wanted an area that we could work with the cameras and break this stuff out and work with the animals. So everything in here, believe it or not, is sealed.
Wow.
Carpeted, all these walls,
no nooks,
everything
no
behind
crannies.
Here. Yep. So even down back, and you think like, oh man, tarantula gets loose, you're going to lose it in there. Not really. We're not. Down there, it's all sealed.
Oh.
So everything was purpose-built to keep it so that way we didn't have to worry about an animal disappearing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And how long did it take for you to build all that?
Well, the actual building of it hasn't taken that long. The getting off my butt to get it done, much longer. You know, just trying to get like you can see kind of on the floor here, like, loads and loads of camera gear, bags down here. There's literally bags and setups underneath this table, bags and setups underneath that table. Um, so between all the gigs that we do, that we're blessed to have. Uh-oh.
Oh, you got, yeah.
Uh-oh. Did
Oh,
naughty.
we lost.
No worries.
Lost vision.
Technical difficulty.
Right. Like we do always. Mitzi said it looks really cool. She likes your studio.
Thanks, Mitzi.
If anything, just pop out and pop in
We should be back.
after these messages. Have
Right?
you ever wondered what life would be like without a certain camera to take good pictures of your animal? Well, look no further.
Boom.
Ciao.
Boom.
Yep, we got it.
So I'm back. We
All
are.
right. There we go. All right. Thank you, Sean. Hit that like button, y'all.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So you know how a lot of people ask the questions, where did this all begin and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not my question today. My question is, what was the moment where something captivated you so much that you just wanted to take pictures of these animals, or what animal was it that captivated you?
So long before I ever wanted to take photos of exotic animals, I've always loved animals, like animals of every kind. I was like people of my generation. I was out like a kid playing with the frogs, catching the snakes, doing all the stuff, catching all the bugs I could. And luckily, growing up in Michigan, we didn't have like the issues of venomous and stuff like a lot of southern states do, so it was a lot safer. Um, but I just started loving photography, and eventually down the road, the two kind of match. I did not get into reptile photography in my early 20s. I kind of wanted to. I didn't because I met a few people like, oh, I take photos of this, and I just assumed that everybody would want to. Like this would be just a filled field. Like, how could you not want to take photos of tarantulas and
Mm-hmm.
beautiful snakes and lizards and stuff? I mean, honestly, they're all you have to do is be technically decent, and the photos will take themselves because the animals are gorgeous. And that was not the case. People absolutely did not want to do that. I was shocked. uh,
Yeah.
there are a lot of great photographers out there that do reptile photography, but not as many as what you would think there are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's a very huge blessing to be able to do that. And I think it's really neat that and super humbling that people will trust me with their animals, um, and allow me to work with them, uh, because there's always risk.
Yeah.
Anytime that an animal is being handled and you're trying to maneuver them or do stuff with them, there's always risk.
Right.
Um, and they trust me that I'm going to do my absolute best to keep them happy, healthy, and safe.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Redline, Duval says.
yes, huge shout out to Redline. I'm glad he brought that up. So for all of you that don't know, Redline Shipping, Redline Science, Redline Report, all those, run by Rob and Marklin there. All my experiences have been super great. And he's the one that also helped, honestly, kind of help me move more forward doing this and gave me fuel to do that without even knowing it. Getting on Reptile Report and starting to be able to get published there was huge. And
You're
people,
sorry.
oh, yep. Reptile Report is like, he makes no money on that. So, uh, what an awesome thing that he does for the community to have Reptile Report out there, that we can see some of these amazing photographers and artists out there, and quite honestly, some ridiculously beautiful animals. What was that? I just saw one. Was a Sonoran coach whip, this pink-looking coach whip that just blew
Wow.
my mind. Saw this crazy. I didn't know that they were doing morphs of bull snakes. Found that out, and there's this ridiculous looking orange one that I've never seen colors like that on a snake before, and I just, whoa. And first thing in my mind is like, I want to take pictures of those. I want to touch those. I want to see those. I want to handle them. I want to take photos of them.
Robin
And
is amazing. I
yeah,
like
and
that.
we never would have saw that if it wasn't for Robin.
Wow. A few people that I still haven't met yet. Yeah. So real quick, we're both wearing merch. I got yours on. But to add to this, there's something that y'all don't know. Sat Nash. Who is that? Oh, hey. You made it. Thank you so much. Um, so I don't know if you heard, but when I was in Gettysburg, I got this really cool like double feature picture. One of them is hanging, and this one, I was just like, what the heck? Look at this beautiful picture. Do you know what that is? Do you see it? Can
Hmm.
y'all see it? It's a
I've
beautiful
actually,
frame made by your very own Joe Fisherman. And it is a tarantula that I have two of now, finally. But one of them, Joe was so kind because he knows I love horned baboons. Got this for me as well. It is, let me see if I can blow myself up. Can I blow myself? Hi, Ash. Thank you for coming. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Um, so when you take pictures and you give them to people, I hope they have the experience of not just looking at a picture, because you could take a picture of anything and be like, "Yep, that's cool," or "Yeah, that's beautiful." But when someone takes a picture of something, there's meaning behind it. So, what is the meaning behind these pictures that you take personally to you? Like, what speaks to you when you take pictures?
so there's honestly there's two types of photos I take. Um, and I've talked about it a little bit before in some other places, but there's and I always like to bag on my own work, but I call it the J.C. Penney photos.
From the
And every so
90s.
often in those moments, I get something that you can't see with any photo or camera because it's a moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that
Oh, look, it's Dickie. Hi, Dickie.
what's up, Dickie Foster? Love Dickie.
Yeah.
Um, you're taking these J.C. Penney shots, right? So you're setting up a light box at a show and you're taking photos of an animal in its worst possible moments. It's been transported from wherever it's come from. It's been bounced around. It's got set up at a show. Then it got brought over to me, and this big guy's reaching down. I mean, look at that. I mean, imagine it being a tarantula. Rah, come here. You're gonna do a photo for me. I
Mm-hmm.
don't actually do that. That's dumb. Don't do that, people. Don't grab a tarantula with your hand like that.
Yeah, don't.
That's crazy talk. But I mean, that's kind of the perspective that that thing sees. So they're tuned up, they're unhappy, they're stressed. So you're trying to get a photo as quick as you can. So you're sitting here. I've got this big old camera, and you got this lens caps on. You got this lens, and you're just this is what they see. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, click, 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 as fast as I can. Try to get that thing set up. I'm sitting here trying to poke and prod it as gently and as nicely as I can to get it in some position where I can get a decent shot of it. It's really like working with kids as a J.C. Penney photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you're just like, click, oh, got one, and
Yeah.
you're done.
It's like the
Because
kids, yeah, at JC Penney's. Sit down, take a picture, look this way.
exactly,
Yeah.
and honestly, folks, if you're listening and you think this might be you, then maybe it is, and think about it. But sometimes you got to give the animal like a second to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the vendors that have these animals get impatient, like, oh, it's not going to happen. You're like, it won't till you calm down. Just like a parent at JC Penney's yelling at their kids, they're only amping them up more. And Like if they didn't listen when you were quiet, you yelling at them isn't helping.
Right.
So you get these moments where these animals are just so stressed. And I put a couple of photos down there to share. Uh, and this is going to kind of highlight why. So all three of the tarantula photos were of tarantulas that weren't necessarily having the greatest day. But
Mm.
by the time we were done, they were calmed down. Um, the two that I got you, both were exceptions to the rule on what they were. Anything in that OBT, whatever phase they are, is usually not the calmest, let alone in a stressful situation. And that girl that she posed just perfectly for me over and over again. And it was amazing. It was just this truly just electric moment that I will never forget, that here's this beautiful animal that is just being ridiculously calm. And I loved it. You know, I was able to give this animal a moment where it didn't feel stressed out. I'd gotten it some cork bark, something so it could anchor to.
Mm.
There's another photo I'll have you pull up here down below. Uh, it's me holding a tarantula, and that was the only way that I could get it to do.
You sent it
Uh,
to me?
yep, it should be down below if you look down in the bottom.
Where?
I'm
In
trying to
the
think.
comments?
Nope, it will be down kind of where we normally are in StreamYard, where you see our people, and it says, uh,
Nope.
right there, right there.
Okay, that's hi Sammy. I don't see that in my thingy.
Sean, send us a message how to pull those up. I know how to load them. Let me
Yeah,
see.
I would have to load it on mine, and
Okay.
then I mean if you can send it to me, I could load it up.
Okay. I wonder if
Yeah.
we can screen share real quick. We might be able to
Oh,
do that.
okay. I am
Dun, dun,
not
dun,
tech
dun.
savvy. Definitely not tech savvy. Duval, that was a funny comment. A window pops up on mine. Yeah, not on mine. It's I don't know. Um then I click said window. Okay. Yeah, so on mine I would have to download it, then click load or photo gallery load, and then everything will
All
pop up.
right. Can you click? I just sent the screen sharing. Can you? Yep. So blow me up right there, and I'll go that
You're on
route.
blown up. You're blown up.
I'm blown up, honey. I blew up the photographer. So um, let's go with. So if you've noticed a theme right here across my screen, I I hold a lot of animals, um,
Yes, yes
and
you
it's
do.
not just because it's fun. All right, so this tarantula had something to anchor to. Um, it had the ability to relax, uh, and Brazilian blacks are usually pretty tame, anyways. But so when one's moving around a lot, I start asking questions why. Um, and I found actually, as crazy as this seems, most animals, when they don't want their photo taken, if it's safe for them and they're okay with it, I give them the option. I put my hand out there, they crawl onto it, and then they sit still. And so then I can get this beautiful shot that gives me time. Sometimes it's because they're just the way they are.
Yeah. So
Sometimes they need to feel something warm.
what camera are you're doing this? You're holding the tarantula with one hand and you're holding the camera with the other?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
So here is one photo, and I want to show this because this is not a happy tarantula, folks. This is a nervous tarantula. And I took this photo and I haven't shared it. I keep this for exactly this educational purpose.
Uh-huh.
This started out this way and it ended this way. This is a completely different tarantula temperament wise in the
Mm-hmm.
span of 15 minutes.
Wow.
Now, 15 minutes might sound like a long time. It might, sound like, okay, that's, maybe not that long, but when you're sitting there at a light box with an unhappy tarantula, for me, it felt like an eon. Um, and this thing just completely changed its attitude within a short time span to relax and be happy. So these things are normally considered flighty and fast.
Yeah,
It
for
really
sure.
didn't bolt. It never went more than 2 inches. It would just
Wow.
slowly move. It was so calm that as I started to gently maneuver it with my paintbrush, it actually let me pet the entire length of it with my paintbrush.
Wow.
I have witnesses to this. I swear I do. So this girl was such a fun animal to shoot. She generally liked being uh, around. So as you can see, there's so many little creatures that I get to hold. Um,
Duval says Joe's favorite quote: "Make sure you know your animals."
you absolutely have to. So let's go to my friends at Eight Legs, Fangs, and Things. Here's one of my very favorite photos I've taken. Um, this is a puff adder.
Oh,
This
what?
is a very, very venomous snake.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Has a number of deaths. Quite a few actually in Africa every year because of this and the lack of medical care there. Um, it is not in the top 40 of most venomous, but it is definitely going to be a very bad hospital trip.
Oh,
That you're going to have significant damage done. But it is also a very beautiful animal. It's not evil. And when I take some of these photos, this is one where I wanted it to look amazing, awe-inspiring. I wanted it to look
mhm.
beautiful, but dangerous because it is dangerous. It's not something that everyone should own. It's
Right.
not a general public pet. It shouldn't be sold at a normal pet store.
Hmm.
But it's also not something that we should, fear like radiation. It's not insidious. It doesn't
Hmm.
it's going to do what an animal does, and if you leave it alone, it'll leave you alone.
Yeah. So
And
you capture the moment of the beauty of and the aspect of what it is essentially, and then you transform what people find things to be scary, but you capture the moment where they're so beautiful. You're just all inspired by it.
mhm.
Yeah.
I always thought tarantulas had maybe a scarier look to them until I broke out a macro lens and looked at a photo like this.
Right.
They have Muppet eyes. They
Yeah.
look like Muppets.
Yeah. Right.
After that, how can you be scared of a Muppet? And then you find out that they're so very delicate that more than a 2-inch fall could possibly kill them.
Yes. Absolutely.
Um, that's, at that point, I'm like, oh my goodness, they're delicate little babies.
Mm-hmm. I like that
Um,
picture because it looks like she has a mask on.
mhm. I have a lot of photos where I've come up close. Here's one of my all-time favorites. This is a friend's, Andy's from Eight Legs, Fangs, and Things.
Yeah. Like yeah. Look
Once
right.
I saw her like this, she looks like Mater from Cars. Her teeth don't sit quite at the same level,
Uh huh.
and she's kind of goofy because she always would drag her fangs around. That's just how she walked.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest feeling because you can't see him in this particular photo. I swear she thought she was some kind of jumper because she's always sticking a leg up in the air like that.
Yeah. That's
And
cute.
when she crawl across your hand, she'd drag her little fangs, which is a really weird feeling. I'd never had a tarantula do that.
Hmm.
Um, but that was just how she'd do it. Never aggressive, just kind of a goof.
Yeah. Duval says these amazing prints should be shown and displayed on the National Geographic Channel as a calendar or book. I agree.
Ah,
I
thank
agree.
thank you for the massive compliment, but I would like to also let everyone know there are so many photographers out there that are far more gifted than I am and take way more extraordinary photos. And this isn't trying to be humble. This is fact. If you get a chance, go look up Zach from ZTH Photography on
Okay.
Instagram. It's I am making art, and I highly suggest you check him out.
Okay.
Don Champlain on Instagram. his editing process with some of his animals is next level. He shows some things that are just gorgeous. So, and really watch Reptile Report. There's some photographers out there that just, the amazing things that they do is
Hmm.
so beautiful. And honestly, support all of them.
Yeah.
One of the big things I try to talk about as a photographer is, no matter how much better somebody does with some of the stuff that I do, it doesn't take away from what I do, no matter how much better at whatever they are that they do. So we can
Right.
all do the same thing. Um,
So were you
and
able to get photos? Because you brought your camera at Gettysburg. So were you able to
mhm,
take any interesting photos?
I was, I got a few. Um, Animals on the move when you're doing, and I'm going to show you guys some stuff that hasn't been released yet. So this is a black sailfin. Um,
Sailfin dragon.
yep. This guy is so much fun. I am so glad I was broke, because I would have went home with him too. Um, it's
How
rough being a
could you say
photographer in photography
no?
gear. Uh, he's still for sale. He was an absolute gem. He's a young juvenile, so he's a little flighty, but he was a perfect gentleman for me.
Mm,
I
nice.
got his shots done in less than 10 minutes.
Oh wow. Over there?
So this was actually at Jackson here just recently. So
Okay.
once again, some hand shots to get little critters to hold still.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with
And
that. I like that one, the frog.
yep, I felt horrible because I promised these amazing people I finally got to take photos of their frogs, that we're going to keep them from jumping around, that, we keep everything clean. And so I was wrong. They jumped all over, jumped on all the stuff that gets our normal cleanser put on it. I told them, I said, if there's any problems, get a hold of me. I will definitely cover whatever costs for the animals. I said, oh man, no, I promised. And they jumped all over.
Duval said, "Who had it?"
That would be Cedar Creek Dart Frogs. They're amazing people. Definitely worth checking out.
Okay.
So here's a shot from Gettysburg. This is the national Pennsylvania, was it
Yep.
Pennsylvania State Monument.
Hmm.
This is early in the morning, right before the Gettysburg show. We actually stopped and we're a little late there because we saw this and just had to pull off the side of the road and take photos on our way to the show.
Yeah. My stepdad loved those photos.
They are They're
Gorgeous.
awesome. I love your stepdad. Big shout out to Sam Velez. Love that
Yeah.
guy. And it was just a beautiful morning down there. If anyone gets a chance to go to Gettysburg, definitely do it. I guarantee you, it is not what you think is a town. It is
Hmm.
really cool. It
Yeah.
is. It is not all about the Civil War monument, but it is about the time period, and they've done such a really good job of blending and keeping so many things historical, yet still keeping a certain level of ambiance alive and
Hmm.
entertainment value alive too. So it is really cool.
Yeah.
And speaking of Sammy's, there's Sammy. There's his smiley face.
Oh, the pumpkin patch. Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
snake. It's still for sale, y'all. If you want
Yeah.
a ball python with a pumpkin on its tail.
Sammy's got some really sweet little ball pythons. Very, very gentle, very kind.
Yeah.
Um, this is a brush viper. Um, and I got a chance to take. This is actually shot through a deli cup. So it was sitting inside its little
That's
deli cup. So getting it to hold still long enough to get enough focus to make it even reasonably sharp
hmm
was a trick. It was not a fan of me.
wow. And on Nick's show, you showed all the precautions that you have to take when dealing with these animals that are venomous.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know if you want to show them here too, or however you want to
Yeah,
describe it.
yeah, we can do it. Oh, got to show a big shout out. This was taken at the show.
Mhm.
This is now, I actually bought this from Arachnids Anonymous.
Yeah, beautiful.
Uh, Shout out to Jesse and Ari. Thanks for this.
Hmm.
This this girl has been an absolute gem. Um, This was actually the one on our last show together, Kat, that got loose on me
Yeah.
due to my
Yeah.
stagehand walking off.
I
Uh,
remember.
but she has been an absolute gem. This is also a shot we took there too at Gettysburg. So, which
Yeah.
was kind of fun because Ari was holding this while I was trying to. So his hands are moving, my hands are moving. So to get this in focus was, this is, ooh, boy, how small is this? About the size of a, not even almond, like
Wow.
smaller.
Yeah.
So
So for the Fermentibus auratus, if you're looking for a male for that female, I know a guy. If
uh-oh,
you ever want to breed, let me know.
little babies. We love little babies.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm getting the male soon.
oh, that's not the folder. Yeah, I take a lot of photos, folks.
Hence the photography.
I've actually had to dump most of them into a large storage. NARBC, that's a great place if you want to go take some fun photos.
Hmm.
They got some cool stuff there. For those of you who don't know, that's a $12,000 Boleyn's python.
Did you see the cobra at Gettysburg?
There were actually several cobras.
Did you take a
uh,
picture?
I did not because the
Uh,
image quality was not going to work out.
oh man.
There's a Bell's Phase lace monitor. Those are very expensive as well. Those are usually around, give or take, a couple thousand, 10 grand.
Yeah.
They're so gorgeous.
Now
No,
I have a question.
go ahead.
If it came down to taking a picture of a spitting cobra, would you?
Maybe. And there's a lot of reasons for that maybe. There is a lot of inherent risk.
Hmm.
In something I want to point out, when I take a photo of something and I'm messing with any type of venomous animal, if something happens to me, I put that animal at risk of being euthanized.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, I put whoever the breeder or vendor is at
Mhm.
risk
The
of
owner.
losing an animal.
Yep.
Um, so before my personal safety comes into play, I have to think about animals that don't
Yeah.
uh, have a choice in this.
Yeah.
So,
That's true. Everyone's
it,
safe, basically.
um, well, I'm looking right now. I'm looking for the photo of that horned. I can't remember where I put it. That horned baboon viper, or horned baboon. Ugh. Uh,
Certigyrus marshalli,
yes,
the
that one.
tarantula. Yeah.
But I
So
also put people in the hobby at risk too. So if
exactly. Yep.
if I mess up and I get, you know what, I'm honestly tired of hiding his name. If I Leibowitz myself, um, everybody pays, and
Hmm.
that's not fair to everybody else because I feel like having a stupid moment or a hold my beer moment.
Hmm.
No one else should suffer because I felt like being foolish.
Right. You wanted to get the cool shot. No. And that
Exactly.
goes for everyone who goes herping, or and they want to take a picture of something. They're like, "Oh my God, look at that!" But it's venomous, and they don't have knowledge of the animal.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just putting themselves at risk; they're putting the animal at risk for doing something that it's naturally has to do, which is
Mm-hmm.
defend itself. And before anyone says, "Oh, it struck at me," why did it struck at you? Because you're in its environment and it's only trying to protect itself. So before you take out that quick little shot, ask yourself, is this worth the shot?
Let's go back in. It, so and I know a bit about spitting cobras. So in like Mike Duvall said, I want to um, at that point kind of go through and learn more about that animal, what its tendencies are going to be if when it feels threatened, because put in a studio that it doesn't know, they're incredibly intelligent animals, so it's going to feel threatened.
Yep.
Um, so there's a good chance that it's going to spit. And one of my issues with shooting cobras to get that shot that everybody seems to want from a cobra, you gotta tick it off a little bit. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know that I really feel okay with that. Uh, I want an animal that feels happy, that,
Yep.
or I shouldn't say happy. Happy is a poor choice of words. I want an animal that feels safe.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Um,
Look at that.
so, th- and this is a perfect segue that I found this. This is the print that I gave the cat. And this isn't an animal that's typically happy about being outside of its enclosure, being outside of its safety area. And for it to be comfortable enough that we started out here, which is pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
It
We're
doesn't make me
close.
feel bad when I see this. It was mildly threat displaying, mildly deciding that I'm not happy. And we went from here to here to here to, okay, it's not so bad, to finally, okay, I'm all right. We got a great picture. I said that's the one, and we put her back.
Uh-huh.
Um, and that was it. She relaxed. I got the photo. That's all we need from you. You can go back and be hopefully less stressed, in your deli cup, and
Yeah.
relax a little bit. And with a spitting cobra, for it to be in this kind of a temperament, I want this shot. Everybody loves seeing the threat displays.
Right. Right.
With an OBT, with a true OBT, I'm not completely opposed to it, just because people should know that, some of these animals are more for viewing in their own enclosures, and sometimes you might not see them for a month at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But with cobras, to get that shot that so many people seem to want, uh, you need to tick it off, and I don't know that I feel okay with that.
Right.
Um, I actually prefer seeing a non-hooded cobra. I like seeing them when they look like a humongous colubrid, um, and
We
they
have.
have that just big round eye, that
Yeah.
incredibly intelligent eye.
Mm.
And I want to know that, hey, you're not crazy ticked off.
Yeah. We have a comment here from Ash. Animals are their most elegant when happy and calm. That is absolutely true.
Thank you for that. That is amazing. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. Um, I have to step out real quick, but uh, oh my God, Joe, can you please tell everyone what was the most exciting photo you took this year?
Probably, I would say, that puff adder, um, because when I do hots, I'm very particular on who I work with. Um, there's so much inherent danger, like we've already talked about, all the things that are possible. And this big guy here, was so very calm, so very chill. Um, every safe precaution possible is taken. When Kat comes back, we'll talk a little bit about that, show some of that. But having an animal that is so inherently dangerous, that is, thought of as aggressive, and I think that's a huge misnomer, is that to think of, like this gaboon viper, to think of them as aggressive is so very wrong. Defensive, definitely. Aggressive, no. Just like, pick an animal. Uh, Electric blue tarantulas. They can be very defensive. Um, Unfortunately, this girl has passed. This is a friend. This
Oh,
Singapore blue was one of the most relaxed tarantulas I have ever worked with. She was an absolute gem. And they can be a little spicy, as they say, a little defensive. I was literally able, and do not, once again, whenever I tell you I was able to do something, don't assume that you're going to be able to get the same result.
mm-hmm.
Um, in all reality, I'm very lucky that I didn't get a bad reaction. But through a slow and methodical process of working with this beautiful girl, I worked with tongs and with paintbrushes, and she ended up, actually, her beautiful little foot pads down here,
Mm-hmm.
uh, ended up getting stuck on my tongs.
Oh,
So I like to use tongs like this. They'll actually anchor on them. So and I remember telling you about this, Cat. So I can gently, slowly, carefully lift them out of enclosures or deli cups with these curved tongs, these bamboo tongs.
Mm-hmm.
They're not metal, so if they bite them, it's not probably the greatest. It's not as gentle as a straw like what you use,
Right.
but it's at least not metal. Um, but she was actually her little foot pads here were actually sticking to it, and she wasn't a huge fan. She didn't jerk her foot back, but you could see her try to lift it up and away. And so I finally got to the point like it was just easier to I started out with a little bit of a pinky and slowly would move just a little bit of her foot, just tap it, see her reaction. And then
Mm-hmm.
it just got to the point as a progression. I would just literally kind of take my fingers gently, my thumb and my pointer finger on my left hand. For you camera folks, you always do stuff with your left hand because your right hand is your clicky hand and they don't make left-handed cameras. So
Oh,
always protect your right hand.
I didn't know that.
Um, yep, they do not make left-handed cameras. There's remotes, there's ways around it. But it's always easier to protect the right hand.
Yeah.
Um, I know this because right after getting my very expensive camera, I ended up shattering a finger and was in basically a cast for like
Oh,
5 months, something like that.
wow.
Um, and so I could only operate my bottom two fingers were immobilized, and I could only operate my top two fingers and my thumb. And so to get everything to work, I had to kind of tip my hand at a weird angle. It sucked. But anyway, she allowed me to sit here and move her with my fingers because the environment was so sterile and neutral as far as noise and commotion and stress that we let her sit for all the animals were able to sit for a solid hour down in the dark and got the lights slowly turned on so that way it wasn't just getting slammed into a situation. They were able to slowly adjust. And she
Mm-hmm.
was so calm that this is one of those moments that I'm like, I will remember this forever because this animal allowed me to interact with it on a level that most people don't even get to see them like this at. So
Yeah.
it was really cool for me.
Yeah. That is very beautiful. So, Joe, before we move on, one last question before we move
Mhm.
on to the next segment. What is an animal you wish to take a picture of? Up.
Oh, man. There's a lot. My dream animal, um, and because I want to do it differently than what everybody else is doing it. And there aren't too many people that have had the opportunity unless they work directly with them, and very few of them are photographers. But lions,
Ooh.
large cats are one of my, especially lions, and knowing what the animals are capable of. And this is, I'm going to keep going back to Mike Duvall's thing, understanding those animals, knowing their body language, studying them, learning what an animal is capable of. And so
Hmm.
if you are able to educate yourself, understand the body language, and know what an animal is capable of giving you, most times things will work out fairly well. And in knowing that each animal is different, each one has its own personality. And
We have a question.
if you go ahead,
Sorry. Mike Duvall says, would you ever consider doing ocean and underwater photography?
I would. And there's different levels of that. I've seen it done really well, and I've seen it done poorly. There's a big learning curve working with that stuff underwater because of the different types of lighting and at what depths you're going to do it at. And housing for like my expensive cameras, like last I checked, around 3 grand per housing. And some of those, depending on which style you get, when you change lenses, you have to have a housing for each lens size. So, you'll get like 2 or 3 different housings if you're going to, have a couple of different lens sizes that you're going to use. And then every time you're done, you basically have to come out, dry off the housing completely before you take it out. Um, and then you have to, swap out the camera unless you're way better off with money than what I am, and you can afford 2 to 3, crazy expensive cameras and crazy expensive housings.
Hmm.
So underwater photography is a lot of it's financial. Um,
True. So, Joe, I'm not sure if you are familiar, but on my show we play games.
Okay.
Do you want to play a game?
Oh man, he asked that like that. Now I'm nervous.
So it's a spin the wheel trivia animal questionnaire game
Right.
type thingy.
All right. Ooh, real quick before you get going, did
Yep.
you want me to bring in the safety gear that we use, some of the pieces before I forget?
Yeah, we have like 3 minutes, so go ahead.
Run, run, fat boy, run.
Let's go. Duval is ready.
All right. So we'll set this up here. Now that we've got this.
Mitzi
All right.
said she's been waiting to get a good camera.
Ooh. So the best camera is always the one that you're going to have with you. And I cannot stress that enough. The quality of the camera just makes your job easier. It does not inherently change what you can do as a photographer. So, all right, get a little light over here. So if you can see, these are acrylic shields, right? Nice little holes in them. This is a handheld one. And this is a larger one. And I plan to make an even bigger one, a wider one, and modify this so that way I have a nice area to take and stick my camera through, just like this. So as you can see, there's a setup. Here's doot doot. No, Joe, no get bit. So, and by the way, um, I don't work solo when I do this. I work with someone. I have right here,
So
snake hook.
Caution, right?
So I know the closest level 1 trauma center. I've already checked to make sure they have all the anti-venom on hand.
Oh, good.
So
yeah, that's important.
That's a big deal. Make sure you know those things. And before you go and do this stuff, do your research first on the animals. I do not encourage anyone to go and work with HOTS. Work with just general animals first. Get your toes wet, your feet wet. Work into it.
Awesome. You showed us some. Why can't I get you off the screen? Okay, there we go. All right. You showed us some beautiful photos firsthand. Oh, wait, let me take this out. And I'm just still in love with these photos. But do you want to play the spin the wheel?
Let's do it.
Okay, Joe. We have a lot. We have the tallest, ma healing factor, hippity hoppity, shake that tail, deep blue sea, colors in the trees, woof woof, Miss Ma'am. All right.
Uh-oh.
You guys ready? Now, if you do not know the answer, you can phone in the chat and they can help you with the answer. But I'm sure they're going to write down the answer anyways.
Oh,
All right.
chat, get ready to help me.
I think they're pretty easy. Ready? And spin. Big money, big money, big money. Oh, wait. Reading my finger. Blue. Deep blue sea.
All right.
Hippie for 500. Oh, Duval. Hippie for 200. Okay.
Duval.
That was light blue. Okay. How many bones can you find inside of a shark?
None. They're made of cartilage, right?
Yeah, 0. Good job. That's right. One for the money. All right. That wasn't a good spin. The tallest. Purple. Okay, purple. Purple, where are you? Okay. Which animal lacks vocal cords?
Oh, just in general? Is it mute swans?
Huh?
I said, just any animal? I was going to say, is it mute swans?
Nope. Which animal lacks vocal cords?
Hmm.
Nope. Not king cobra.
Oh, is it invertebrates?
Nope. I think it's a mammal.
Really?
It's found in Africa. The clue is it's the tallest. That's the clue.
Oh, giraffes.
Yes, giraffe. Good job.
I feel like that was a trick question. I should have known. Like, I thought, like, it's going to be the answer because it's the tallest.
Yeah. All right, ready? Orange. Hippity hoppity for 500. All right. So, you know what? Skip this question, Joe. This question is for Duval. You
Oh,
ready,
here we go.
Duval?
Duval.
All right. The question is, which frog has its body entirely translucent? So let's wait for the answer. Wait. Hold on. Let me put the song from Jeopardy.
Na
How does it go again?
na na na.
Jeopardy theme song. There it is. Okay. And of course, there has to be commercials. Why? Ugh. Okay. Here we go. Oh, we have a answer. The answer he said was Cinny Toad. No, you just lost 200 or $500. Close though, Duval. It was glass frog. Glass frog is the answer. But good job. Nice. All right. Spin again. Yellow. Bah. Yellow. Okay. What do you call a baby goat?
A kid.
Yes, a kid. That's so weird. All right. Dark green. Shake that tail. What is that about? That's light green, dark green. What cat has no tail?
Are we talking domesticated, non-domesticated?
Non-domesticated.
You got lynx and bobcat. Both are missing a tail.
Close. Very.
If they're domesticated, you got mancoon. Let's see what else.
Very close to the what you said.
Yeah, I know there's several. It's not the
Dog.
servile. Is it servile?
Get your kid off my grass.
No. Oh, chat. Chat, you got
Bobcat?
me?
No.
No.
Nope, not bobcat. It kind of sounds like the Sphinx, but it's not.
Oh. I can't think of the name of it now, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay. It's the minx. Minx cat. Yep. Very close, though. Very close. Pink. Healing factor.
Ooh.
Healing factor. Pink. Where are you, pink? Okay. Which sea critter can regrow its arms?
Octopus.
No.
So there's
So
several.
the color was
Yes.
pink. It can heal. It lives in the sea. And it has arms.
Starfish.
Yes. Starfish. Very good. The pink questions for Sammy. Yeah, right? Anything that's pink is for Sammy. Okay. Next. Miss Ma'am.
Uh-oh.
Miss Ma'am. All right, Brown. What do you call a female fox?
I want to say vixen.
Yes, Vixen is right. Good job. You're doing really good. Dark blue. Woof woof. Woof woof. Dark blue, dark blue, dark blue. Where are you? Okay. Where are a dog's sweat glands found?
In their mouth.
Huh?
In their mouth.
Nope. Well, maybe, but here the answer was paws. Their paws, the top, yeah, the bottom of the foot. And spin for the last one. All right. Colors in the trees. Green, light green. Where are you? Light green. Okay. Which animal changes its color of its skin to blend into its environment?
Oh man, see that's an open-ended one. Octopi do that. Chameleons,
Yep.
anoles can do that. Let's
Yep.
see. There's several types of lizards that actually can do that. There's, I think, even some types of eels can do that.
You said it. You got the first one. Yep. Octopus, chameleon. Those were the ones.
So the sweat glands are not in the dog's mouth. I just thought about this. I remembered. They use their mouths for cooling, though, because that's why they leave their mouths open. That's the way they cool. It's actually the saliva ducts in their mouth.
Yeah, you're right.
I should remember that.
All right. Bonus. Double Jeopardy. Do. Okay. These are 2 questions to save yourself. What animals can see in the dark? You have a few here, so any of them are correct.
I mean, anything in the canine species, owls.
Yep.
See what else. Any that have that specific type of cone in their eyes.
Mike, he said not me.
Come on, Mike. So bats.
Yeah,
I don't think bats see well at all anytime. They mostly use echolocation.
Cats. Yep. Sean got it.
Yeah.
Cats. Yep.
Yeah. Like anything, I think horses can as well. It's all with that specific type of cone in their eye, right?
We got foxes, frogs, and bush babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
I don't remember what a bush baby is.
They have those giant big eyes and they look like little pea.
Yeah.
And yes, geckos. Some geckos. Yep. Okay, last question. Which spider, this is multiple choice. Which spider has the ability to regrow their eyes each night? A, wolf spider, B, black widow, C, org, or D, trapdoor?
That's a good one. I don't know. I'm going to guess.
Okay.
I'm going to guess wolf spider.
Nope. C, ogre. The ogre face spider. So they have those giant eyes. So
They're cool looking.
yeah, so every night they peel away their eyes, their eye, the flap, and then they regrow it every day. Isn't that
Wild.
crazy?
That is.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about them. They're really cool.
Yeah. Not a lot of people do, but now you do because we learned on this show.
Heck yeah.
Good job, Joe. All right, Joe. So we made it to an hour. How was your experience here?
This was a lot of fun. I like
Nice.
it.
Nice.
It's
And
it's 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 good that people get a chance to learn about things that they don't know.
mhm, absolutely. And for every end of the show, we always ask what's something positive that you like about the hobby or what you like about your job or what you like to do. Like what inspired you? What is something that you like about it?
You know, I mean, the easy answer is a double part easy answer is that there's always negatives in anything, and anytime people are involved, there can be negatives and issues. But if you look for positives, you're going to find positives. And the reptile community, exotics in general, we call it the reptile community, but it's more than just reptiles.
Mm-hmm.
The reptiles, invertebrates, the everything else is really truly amazing, and there's some awesome people in it that so much knowledge, so much passion, and just some really awesome culture that you get to experience. And uh, uh, if you don't get that chance, I feel like you've missed out.
Mm-hmm.
This is an awesome community, it truly is. And uh,
Yeah.
the animals themselves are worth hanging out for. There's only at an exotic animal expo can you literally travel to every continent on the world in a couple hours and see something. I mean, really think about how blessed we are in this day and age that you can go and see an amazing animal from every continent, and all you have to do is pay like $5-10 at the door.
Yeah.
And you have the option that if you like it, you can take it home and make it yours.
Yeah.
I mean, truly a beautiful privileged age. So those are like two of my biggest things. I love
Nice.
that.
That is. It's very nice. The possibilities are endless.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. So, Joe, thank you so much for being here. Uh, Again, please plug yourself out. Where can people find you?
Jay Fisherman Photography on Instagram, Facebook are our two main ones. We've started a TikTok and a YouTube channel that are slowly growing. So come check us out. Come say hi. Drop us a line on there.
And what is the next show that we will be on?
Oh, I don't know. It's a ways from now, isn't it? Like in like 5 minutes. Like
20 minutes at 8:20.
right. Come check out Tarantula Cat.
Oh, right. Yeah. So,
No kidding. It's
Tarantulas
right in the
After
cat
Dark.
people.
Yeah.
Come check
Um,
her out. We got the better cat. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Oh, I did. Oops, whoops, nope, naughty. So, our great Catherine here is all right. I'm actually got a face camera, so Catherine's awesome. She knows so much. If you don't come and hang out with her and learn about tarantulas, what are you doing with your night? Come on, man.
Thank you. And Joe takes the precisions like a surgeon of these animals. So if you want to get a close shot of these animals and learn at the same time and have fun, then you
Bro,
got to
I'm just a
go
crash test
to
dummy.
exactly. Then you got to go over to the Big Homies corner. Yes, this tonight is Club Wonders. Yes, thank you, Mitzi. But to the Big Homies corner and watch Tarantulas After Dark. Hey Sean, real quick, can you plug that in into the comments? The link. Thank you, Ash. I hope to see you over there. We are going to be talking some interesting things over there. Very interesting. So in 20 minutes at 8:20 Eastern.
Do we have any cool sponsors to say thank you to before we
Yeah.
bounce?
Yes. Thank you so much. We'll play this one.
Beasts, Brews, and Botany is the most unique reptile show in Northern Virginia and maybe in the country. It's at Eavesdrop Brewery that has delicious alcoholic beverages and a wonderful array of food in the area as well. Courtyards to chill in. It's dog friendly. It's kid friendly. You can bring the whole entire family out. You can get all your plants, arachnids, reptiles. You could get dart frogs, vampire crabs, and take photos with reptiles as well. The first Sunday of each month at Eavesdrop Brewery is Beasts and Brews, so the reptile show. And the second Sunday of every month is Brews and Botany at Eavesdrop Brewery. Now, this event is held by my good friend Kiko, and he actually has a variety of carnivorous plants as well. He ships said carnivorous plants anywhere in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. So that's Venus flytraps, sundews, any carnivorous plant you could want. Go give him a follow at Flora Esoterica on Instagram and Facebook. And definitely, if you're in Northern Virginia, you need to check out Beasts, Brews, and Botany. You will not be disappointed.
Kiko!
Oh,
That's
that's not gonna work.
Kiko.
We're just gonna hold it.
Yeah. Kyle Markham is the one who made that video. So if anyone watching, if you do not know Kyle Markham Reptiles, please go give him a follow, and Kiko as well. And the Big Homies channel tonight is on there, the Tarantulas After Dark. So, thank you.
Who's that lady? Watch out for her. She's crazy.
Yeah. Hi, Gary. I like the spiders on it. Thank you so much. All right, so we will cut it here. And again, thank you, Joe. And next week we have, hopefully, Alex from Precious Pythons, Justin's wife. Hopefully
Nice.
on next week. And the starting of the 26th will be off until January, the first week of January. So January 7th and 8th is when we'll be starting up again. So catch us on our next episode, but that's way later. But I like to, make sure everybody gets a heads up and a head start and knows the dates and times. So yeah, if you guys want to see us doing more stuff, catch us in the next show tonight, 8:20 in 20 minutes. So thank you so much, Joe, and we'll end it here.
Thanks for having me on. It was a great time. Thanks, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Lights come on, pulse in the air, we unite. Cold-blooded, got 5 feet in the night. Cold-blooded, caffeine, fueling the fight. Reptile crew, got our backs tight. Think you're fan for a kick with the soul. CMB reptiles rolling with soul. Hold no soul, lifting a goal. Together we burn like burning coal. Elevate, more fries in the show. Irresistible pythons letting it flow. Battery crew, yeah, but watch them go. Indigo, reptile coast, set the glow. Shut up feeders with shut out feeders. Under the rock with cold-blooded hitters. Ship your reptiles, make life better. South Bay reptiles through every weather. Blue tongue, shaman, blue tongue republic. Arc adventures, riding republic. No fakes, no breaks, we're here to publish. Taking it higher, dreams embellished. Sponsors love